is Hiba Jaber. I am a trainer and a consultant for Dubai Real Estate Institute. And again, I thank you for joining us today for this session that is titled Digital Forward Thinking Approach for Real Estate Marketing. Before I introduce our speaker, I'd like to share with you a little bit more about who we are and what we do at Dubai Real Estate Institute. Everybody can see my screen. I'm hoping you can see it. So assuming that you are, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you a little bit more about Dubai Real Estate Institute. So Dubai Real Estate Institute is the educational arm of Dubai Land Department. We are the first institute in the MENA region to provide specialized real estate education that meets international standards. DREI has provided information about the real estate sector through a number of regular educational and awareness programs and training. DREI's vision is to become the leading international benchmark in spreading and sustaining real estate knowledge. And our mission is to provide advanced and high quality programs in collaboration with internationally recognized universities, publishing research and provision of property related consultations to the public and private sector, enhancing communications among all stakeholders and empowering society by disseminating real estate knowledge. Other things or other services that we offer at Dubai Real Estate Institute include real estate courses and certifications accredited by the Knowledge Authority, real estate workshops and boot camps, real estate conferences, free awareness sessions, local and global memberships, real estate consultancy, and real estate publications, magazines, and books. If you need to learn more about Dubai Real Estate Institute, feel free to check our website, connect with us through 800-4488, or alternatively, you can email us at info.drei@dubailand.gov.ae. With that said, I'd like now to introduce our speaker for today's session, Ms. Amal Noor. Amal is NAR's Global Ambassador for UAE, Turkey, and Lebanon. After receiving her BS in Economics from Middle East Technical University in Ankara, Turkey, Amal pursued her education in the United States and completed an MBA in hospitality industry from Golden Gate University, California in 1996, and a Master of Taxation from Florida Atlantic University in 2006. Amal started her real estate career back in 2012. She is the Global Realtor of the Year 2017, Broker of the Year 2018, and President of the Women's Council of Realtors in Palm Beach. She teaches real estate courses at local, state, and national level. Welcome, Amal, and I hope that you are now able to take this session forward. Can you hear me? All good from your end?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Amal. Good to have you.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can see you
Yes.
perfectly. It's working out beautifully now.
Perfect, thank you. Good afternoon, Dubai, my favorite city in the world, perhaps maybe second to Istanbul. I had the pleasure of coming and joining Hiba and Her Excellency Hand last year, and I enjoyed it tremendously. So I wanted to be able to share my experience with social media in promoting my business and promoting Florida. So I had some success in the last couple of months, and I wanted to share it with you. And when I received the invitation from Hiba, I was thrilled to be with you today. I had a little difficulty with technology. I apologize for that. I still do not see you guys on the screen, but I am hoping that
we can see you perfectly fine. So that's again the sad part about technology. Sometimes it fails you, but from our end, we were able to see you. So if you want to go on, I think we're good. Hello, Amal. I hope we did not lose you. Now we can't see you or hear you. So while Amal is trying to reconnect, I just want to tell the audience that if you guys have any questions throughout the session, make sure that you type it us in the chat box. And of course, we will address those questions towards the end of the session. Okay, Amal, did I lose you again? Okay, looks like we've lost Amal now. Apologies about that, guys, but I can see her coming back on. So Amal, are you back on?
I am back on. I sincerely apologize. I think there is something that jinxing our presentation. We have been trying to do this for
You know
last
what it is? I think
yes.
it's just the extra energy from both of us. I think it's the universe cannot handle both of us
too much,
at the same time.
too much power. Yes. But what were we saying? We were talking about using the digital media during the coronavirus times. I had tremendous success personally in my own business in last couple of months using the social media during the COVID-19 times. As my friend Hiba talked about, I have been working actively with Turkey. I'm a real estate broker myself, and I'm selling real estate in the United States, but I'm selling real estate to Turkish people. So this 3 months helped me sharpen my social media skills in a way that I was able to reach Turkish buyers intending to buy real estate properties around the world and have all the time in their hands because of we had also a strict curfew in Turkey. So I used a lot of social media to be able to attract them to Florida and to buying real estate. So we were talking about, Hiba, what can we do to help our members to enhance their business during this crisis? So in fact, we talked about this crisis could be a blessing in disguise. Of course, I do not want to undermine the sadness and the sorrow of the people are going through this, but why not take the time to show people what a wonderful place Dubai is. Look, guys, I'm a Turkish person. I live 3 hours, 3 flight hours away from Dubai, and I had no idea how wonderful, how beautiful Dubai is, how precious the people are, how much freedom you had in the Dubai streets to walking around as a female by yourself. So I think this is an opportunity for the members of DREI to show the world that Dubai is an exceptional place to live. The people are wonderful, and you will have an incredible time. After I turned back from Dubai to Miami, I said to myself, why would anybody invest in Miami instead of investing in Dubai? But you have to pass this message to people. So how do we do that?
And
I
honestly,
use
you know,
technology.
taking the risk of interrupting you here, but I really want to kind of stress how important it is to be able to focus on the opportunities that is being made available, you know, through, again, the digital channels to be able to advertise your services and at the same time advertise your market. Be it to the international or on the local level as well. As a matter of fact, it's funny how you mentioned when the whole lockdown and the pandemic started. Even myself, from just my own business, you know, I wasn't necessarily, you know, I'm an instructor, I'm a trainer, and a lot of my students and the people that used to come and attend my courses, a lot of them, they're like, you know, how come we don't see you much on social media? You know, why don't you post more? Why don't you? And I thought, you know what, it was just not my thing. It was never my thing, and I wasn't going to take it on. And it is funny that when the pandemic and the crisis with COVID-19, I myself found a reason, I saw the need that I need to innovate and I need to be able to share my expertise and my knowledge. You know, I tremendously have a lot of value for training and for knowledge. So I'm like, how do I pass it on to people that are following me? And this is where, you know, I decided to kind of be active on LinkedIn. I had to be a bit more selective in the platform that I choose in order for me to share my expertise and my knowledge. So of course, I don't want to take more of your time, but I totally agree with you. This was a time for us to innovate and try to figure out ways that we can connect with our clients, no matter who a target market is.
Absolutely. Like Hiba said, you have to choose your platform. How do you choose your platform depends on your target market. My target market, Turkish people, are much more on Instagram than any other social media. So we have to look into with the help of your, your association, DREI, you have to look at the people who are buying in Dubai. And in those countries, what are the platforms that are mostly used? Are people using LinkedIn? Are they using Instagram, Facebook? You know, I try to be everything to everyone and I try to focus on Facebook. But what I realized is among 3,000 friends that I have in Facebook, my audience was my real estate agent friends. 2,000, I know 2,000 out of the 3,000 people were real estate agents in my area. So when I posted something, and we all liked each other very much. We congratulate, so much love in the air, but it was not producing the results that I want. Let's be serious. I mean, social media is for socializing, but we are not here today to talk about how to socialize in social media. We are here today how to make money using the social media. And there is nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to use one platform just to socialize with your friends and family, but I urge you, I beg you to, let's get serious about selling real estate using the social media. And that's exactly what I want to share in the next 20 minutes. But to be able to use social media effectively and to create business with the social media, the first thing that we have to do is to get our audience together. Our audience, unfortunately, cannot be your real estate friends. I would love to friend you in Facebook, so friend me, but, well, I can buy in Dubai, but we have to choose an audience and enhance an audience. How do we do that? Do you see my screen, Hiba?
Yes, I can see it fine.
Okay, so like a little bit of delay, sorry about that, but we are going to talk about digital forward thinking approach. And what are we going to talk about is it's going to be Hiba and me, of course. I'm sure you already recognize we have a lot of hand movements and action while we talk. But
sorry, I can't stop laughing. Of course, Amal, this is the first time she shares this slide with me, and I love the warning. A lot of hand gesturing. Amal, and I don't want to, be funny as we go through this process, but I do have to point out to the audience, a little bit of laughing doesn't hurt anyone, that during that show of hand gesturing, I was the one who won it simply because I had pigeons. You remember? Pigeons flying into my session, wanting to attend my training. You remember that?
Of course. At the middle, I don't have any pigeons here, but at the middle of Hiba's presentation we were in Washington, D.C. or Chicago?
That was San Francisco.
San Francisco, okay, we've been so many places together. So she's talking about how great Dubai is, everybody come see, and then all of a sudden there's this pigeon in the audience. So it was just, she couldn't help but stop and acknowledge that, which was fantastic. I don't even know what I was talking about in the second one, but it was a presentation about not being a secret agent. Again, it was the same concept that let the world know that you are doing real estate and be proud of it. So what are we going to talk about is number one, how are we using social media in COVID-19 days? Is it helping our business? And we will talk step-by-step approach to generate new business. Who is our audience? Other than, like I said, your aunt, cousin, and the real estate agents in your area. How can we improve our audience to reach global clients? Okay, let's not have only our friends, but how are we going to do that? How can we use our association and our membership to DREM to improve our audience in social media? okay, we got the audience with the help of our association in Dubai. And what's our message? When you have the audience, they are waiting for a message from you. And if your message is always buy, 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 it's going to be so irritating and you will lose them. So what should be our content? What is the content or your messages in your social media? What should it be?
Yeah, and I
And
think, Amal, not to interrupt, but just to
please
compliment what
interrupt me. Yes.
content is very important because again, back to my experience when I wanted to get on board, and join LinkedIn and start putting myself out there. I wanted to make sure that what I was sharing with my audience was information that is of value to them. So I started by showing videos that are answering their frequently asked questions about, for example, a topic that is very hot in Dubai, because we do have a lot of tenants. So questions pertaining to landlords and tenants. So I had to make sure that whatever information I was trying to pass on was something that is of value. So content is absolutely important.
Absolutely. It's people will check your social media once or twice. If you are lucky, 3 times, if you are not talking to them. There's an expression in America that I love. It says people don't care how much you know until you show them how much you care. So it's like you have to care about their needs and what they want. So that brings us the next topic that we will talk about. If the content is important, interaction is crucial. This is a two-way street. Social media is a two-way street. We cannot expect just to put content out there and people to like us, to interact us. It is two ways. We have to interact with people. Like I said, they want to know that you care about them to be able to listen to what your message is. So the biggest job in social media, in fact, is not to get your audience, because once you work, it's a process. You work a little bit, you get your audience up. So you have a lot of content because your country is gorgeous and beautiful. And you can talk about how to do business in Dubai, lifestyle in Dubai. Those are not very difficult. The most time-consuming part and the challenge of the social media and using digital media in your success is to interact with other people. You have to take some time. If you are taking some time, let's say an hour a day, to put your content and to give your message, you have to spend about an hour to be able to interacting with other people, answering their messages and saying, oh, how cute to their kids, or happy birthday, or congratulations, things like that. The interaction is the key. So last but not the least, we wanted to talk about how, okay, these are all theoretical talks, but I want to talk to you about how do we do that, okay? The first section is why, mostly, and the last, and why and how, and the last section will be what are we going to do step by step. I am by no means a social media expert or a social media guru. I just want to share with you what I did and how it worked for my business, how I brought success to me. And believe it or not, I had done more closings, which they will be closing in the next couple of days during the COVID-19 than I did in the last 6 months by using just social media. So let's go ahead and start. The first of all, it's a mindset. We have to see this time as an opportunity, because a lot of people unfortunately got stuck in their home. Although the curfews and the limitations have been released, people are still reluctant to go out and spend crazy time out there. So they are still in social media. In Turkey, I want to share with you, in Turkey, and this shows the increase of the social media users in the United States in March 2020. Look at that. Look at YouTube. People are using YouTube like crazy, and people will believe that it will increase during the coronavirus pandemic. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, especially after the craziness that is going on here with Twitter and the president. So I think the Twitter will get much more interest. But this is showing up.
I agree. Yes.
right? The statistics showing us that people believe, and I know it will, the social media usage will increase. This is a fact. So let's use that fact to our advantage. And again, 78% of people are using Facebook. The reason I'm not using Facebook, like I said, all of my audience, maybe like 95% of it, are the people who I work with, who I love, but that's not where my business is. My buyers are on Instagram, so I picked Instagram. Hiba talked about LinkedIn in length. So if I don't know, your major buyers, I believe, from India, right? Correct me, Hiba. Where are they coming from, your buyers? But it's a little search to find out what is the major social media that's been used in the countries that you target. Because
And Amal, I mean, again, sorry to interrupt, but just to verify what you're
yeah,
saying.
I need your help in this,
Because
please.
one of the questions that I've had as we prepared for this session, you know, I usually ask my audience if they have any questions in advance, in addition to, of course, giving them the opportunity to put in their questions in the chat box later. But one of them were, the questions were, Hiba, can you please tell us what is the best platform for us to use, you know, as real estate agents when we try to connect and to promote our services? And from what you're saying is there's really no right or wrong platform. It depends on, you know, who's your target segment, who's your market that you're trying to target, and which platform do they mostly use, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's a little search. It's a little Google search. You can. I found the statistics by a search, and I know that the Turkish people use Instagram a lot. I don't know what the trend in the target countries. And you know what, guys, this is your game. This is ground zero. You can start from scratch today and build your audience, build your social media, just specifically as a trial after our conversations. So you can pick a certain social media. It could be Instagram, it could be LinkedIn, Facebook. I think the most important thing is the usage of video. It doesn't matter where you use your videos, in which platform, as long as you have a message to give, as long as you are interacting with the people, and as long as there is a useful content, like Hiba said, it will be a success. The reason I picked Instagram, I had two reasons. Facebook was very much saturated. I don't care, I don't mind sharing information, but I also didn't want all my real estate agent friends to see everything that I'm doing. And I'm not afraid of competition. I always share what I know, but at the same time, I didn't want to be one of 3,000 real estate agents in my Facebook. So I started with Instagram, and also building audience. I will show you now what the step number one is. What are we going to do is what we are going to choose our audience, no matter which platform we are using. Please check your social media after we hang up and see who is everybody in your Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. Who are they? Your audience should be of the people who are willing and able to either buy real estate from Dubai, or they should be people who are willing and able to refer business for you from the people who want to buy Dubai. In your case, in my case, let me share my case, because your case, like I said, is specific to your country, specific to your audience. So your association will help, or your experience will help you to choose it. But let me share my experience with you. Because I sell real estate to Turkish people in Turkey, in the United States, in Florida, my audience were and still are Turkish doctors. And because I sold a couple of Turkish doctors, a couple of condos in the United States, I said, oh, okay, you know what? Doctors love the Florida. They have the means, they can afford, they can spend a couple of $100,000. So I deliberately started following thousands of doctors in my Instagram. If you go into my Instagram, you will see a lot of doctors, and it was deliberate. And I didn't know them, to be honest with you.
So
I
you
knew.
defined your market segment. You
Yes.
decided what platform would be the right platform, again, simply because your Facebook was saturated with, you know, again, a different type of I want to say connections. That was your agents that you didn't necessarily want to be bombarding them with your listings or your connections. You chose Instagram. You said, okay, I'm going to target, for example, people that have a certain mean to invest in the US, in Miami, in Dubai, whatever that is. And you just sent them invites to connect with them.
Absolutely, absolutely. I started liking them. We will come to that, but I started liking them. Post, we are human beings. When somebody likes your post or when somebody puts a nice smiley face, it doesn't have to be long conversations because you're going to spend 8 hours on the computer, but it could be a smiley face. It could be a good job. You know, start interacting with the people. People are curious, like, who is this woman liking my stories? And then they start following you. So, but let's talk about the audience. How are we going to enhance our audience? The second audience I pick are Turkish real estate agents. You know, in Facebook, I have a lot of real estate agents that work in America. In my association, we are all sisters and brothers, great. But it's not very likely that I will get referral from them because they don't know Turkish people. My referral target is Turkish realtors, and it could be for you the American realtors or Indian, the realtors from India, wherever your audience is, the real estate professionals in that geography will be your source that will refer, and they will be more interested in promoting because they will do referral. And according to our agreements, there is a 25% referral fee. If you send me a Turkish person now while you are watching this and you say, oh, this girl is Turkish, I know this Turkish person who bought in Dubai and they were talking about buying in Miami, let me send them to ML. If you send a person to me, just give me their name and phone number, and if I sell them something, whatever commission I take, I will give you 25% of it as a referral fee. So this mechanism works wonderfully here. So use that and get some American real estate friends into your audience. Your association, Dubai Real Estate Institute, had an incredibly tremendous job in last 2 years to promote Dubai in the United States. That was mind-boggling. Every single realtor in United States, 1.3 million, they are crazy about Dubai. They love it. They want to come and they want to work with you. Thanks to your association. I'm serious.
I agree. I confirm that. I got a first-hand witness to that. Absolutely.
And let's share that. This was from the conference, the first conference that I met my wonderful, Her Excellency Hiba, Hand and Hiba. And this was an incredible meeting. Dubai Association of Dubai Realtors Institute sponsored this event. And there is an incredible presence of Dubai already in the United States. Leverage that. I didn't even have that. You know, I here by myself, a realtor out of Florida, Boca Raton, it's a small town. I am trying to promote Florida to Turkish people, although the movie industry and everything is helping me. But here you have a giant institution spending thousands and thousands of dollars promoting Dubai already for you. You just have to jump into that train and, you know, use the momentum, use the information and interest that there's already to Dubai in the world. So you are lucky on that. And for the next time, hopefully come with us. Come to a meeting like that. There were probably, I don't even remember, but 5,000, 6,000 realtors from all around the world. Come join Hand and Hiba next time when there's an NAR event. Because we learn a lot from each other, but forget about learning. The most important thing there is you meet with people and you do networking. So this is a way to increase for you your audience. And the more international realtors are in your audience, the better you are. Please don't think that I'm conflicting what I said. When I choose the real estate professionals to be in my audience for my social media, I try to choose them from other parts of the world. For you, perhaps Turkish for you too, Turkish real estate agents, American real estate agents, the people that will be interested in buying whichever countries there are, you can be friends with the realtors from them. What I'm saying is, like, please don't choose all the real estate professionals from Dubai to cheat yourself thinking that you are creating an audience, because that's not an audience, that's a cheerleading team, but it will not generate business. So let me not beat the
Especially
dead.
Amal, because Dubai is, in terms of, you know, who is looking to buy in Dubai, it's international investors, right, from pretty much all over the world. So kind of expanding that network and connecting with people from, you know, different parts of the world is in every agent's best interest, expanding that network beyond the local reach.
Absolutely. We have an event in in every NAR event, National Association of Realtors, is the cooperating association with the Dubai Real Estate Institute. Every year we do two major meetings, and then we have an international night. Hundreds of people come to that night, realtors, brokers, the executives of the associations. That single night by itself could be worth all the expense, all the problems that you will have to come to spend away from your family a couple of days, to come to United States, spend some money and stay there. That night by itself, again, if you use it right, if you socialize with people, if you give your business card, if you just go out there and listen, it's like starting a social media account and not doing anything with it. If you use this networking opportunity, it will be great, because again, I'm repeating myself, but Dubai Real Estate Institute sponsored that night. So you go there as a member of Dubai Real Estate Institute, you are the king. I mean, not, you're not the king, but you are the, I don't want to offend anything. I mean, you are the person, because your association sponsored that event. You can cash on that. You can walk with pride and say, yeah, we sponsored, I work in Dubai, I can help you. If you distribute 100 cards in there and people take people's card, giving a card doesn't mean anything. You have to pick up also people's card. That by itself is going to create an incredible audience for you. So another aspect of being a member of Dubai Real Estate Institute and being associated with NAR, when you become an international realtor member, we'll talk about it, and your association will talk about this more in the future. It will give you a network of 1 million, now it's 1.4 million, 1.4 million realtors, a family. You're going to become a member to that family immediately. So I think at this point, Hiba, probably you can take it off and then talk about how can we use our membership? How can we use iDream to become a part of this event? How can we become a
Exactly.
global agent? If you want to take it over now.
Exactly. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, because, you know, again, I had reached out to you guys earlier asking what type of information you want us to give you in today's session, in addition to, of course, the digital tools, which will Amal will continue after that. Do you want to keep sharing the screen, Amal? You want to pull it back?
Sure, of course. I thought that, okay, sure, of course.
No
Let's see.
problem.
Okay.
So she was talking about how you can participate and attend basically our NAR meetings or any type of conferences that we do, whether we do it on the global level or whether we do it on the local level. And this is all part of what iDream is all about. Now, some of you have heard of this initiative by Dubai Real Estate Institute, some of you have not. We started promoting it very much, I want to say very actively at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 2020. We actually had a breakfast where we invited our students to come in, our database to come in and attend it. And we talked about some of the benefits and why to join iDream. So Amal, I'm going to have you just scroll down just a little bit. Here we go. So just to give you an idea, it is a hub that unifies the real estate industry and creates a trusted place where like-minded individuals can come together to grow their business, gain industry knowledge, and network through, again, the international circles, and that's through different membership schemes that I'm happy to share with you as well. So if I can have you scroll down a little bit further, Amal. We have 3 different types of memberships. We have elite, corporate, and individual, of course, at different costs. And as you can see, the #1 advantage, or the #1 tool that we provide you by joining iDream is, of course, to travel with us, DREI or DLD, exactly as Amal said, as part of our delegation to attend international conference. That's going to impact your business immediately. That's going to impact your business directly, because you're expanding that network. Again, you're coming as part of the delegation from a Dubai government point of view. So that in itself gives you added value. Joint press releases, free individual memberships, of course, that's offered for the elite and corporate. Dedicated training for employees. A lot of times, guys, we get asked if we could come into you in your, for example, office setting in order to provide training. That wasn't necessarily something that we provided before, but of course now we are becoming a little bit more flexible. We can do it as an in-class, as an in-house. We can do it as a virtual training session, using our iDream logo as well on your company collateral, VIP access to iDream annual conferences, hopefully when the conferences start happening again post COVID-19, branding, speaking opportunities as well, participations in our think tank innovation dialogue sessions, special discounts on DREI events, also on discounts on educational opportunities like continuing education. So again, not taking further time from this, I just want to tell you guys there's been lots of interest in iDream. People are already joining. Check Dubai Real Estate Institute website, and if we have time towards the end of the session, I'll go into further depth. But now back to you, Amal. Thank you.
My pleasure. Not to beat the horse, how do they say, dead horse to beat, but it's #1, the first benefit. Travel with DREI is a part of the delegation to attend international conferences. Guys, as an outsider, I mean, I don't consider myself outsider anymore. I am a family with the.
You're part of our family, yes.
I'm a family, but I'm a global ambassador to Turkey and to United Arab Emirates and Lebanon. And nobody cares about my global ambassadorship to Turkey and Lebanon. But when I say I'm a global ambassador to United Arab Emirates, everybody's like, wow. So we all know, I'm not going to hide, I'm an American, I'm a Turkish American. But Americans are not very much cultured. They don't know too much about other cultures, and sometimes they can have prejudgments about other cultures, people coming from other religions and everything. But when you are from Dubai and when you travel with these 2 incredible ladies to any of the National Association events, National Association of Realtors events, trust me, you come with a cloud. Everybody, when you say I'm a real estate agent from Dubai, everybody's like, oh, really? I want to come. I want to work with you. And that's because of the tremendous amount of effort and money they spent in the last 2 years to promoting Dubai and the rest of.
And you know what, Amal, what I want to have another session with you today, because again, that's not necessarily the reason why we're having today's session. I want to have a session about how can our members become international realtor members with NAR under, of course, Dubai Real Estate Institute, how iDream can open up that venue for them to also be IRMs under NAR, and again, expand their network on every level. So I'd love to invite you again and have another session where we can tell them exactly what are the benefits and how they can join.
Absolutely, that will be my pleasure, you know that. So let's go back to our subject. Now, what we did, first, we chose a platform and we created an audience using different tools, using our membership, or doing a little research which countries are buying from Dubai. So the second step is, what's your story? What's your message? like I said, only talking about Dubai and only talking about they should buy in Dubai, invest in real estate, this property, that property, it will alienate them for a while. First of all, they want to know the real you. You know, that you want to show them that you are trustworthy and you are a hardworking and honest consultant from Dubai, and you love where you live, and you have a family. They have to know you as a person. You have to be authentic, because real estate is a very, very personal relationship and a personal decision. You know, people save money all their life to be able to make an investment. It's a very tough decision. I'm talking on behalf of me. In my business, I do not work with billionaires and millionaires. I work with people who worked all their lives, like doctors, engineers, to be able to save some money to invest in a beautiful place like Miami or Dubai. So they are real people. They want to see that you are real, you are authentic. Be yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, mispronounce things. If you look for perfection, first of all, it's going to take forever for you to start your action. And the second, the perfection doesn't look real. You know, you have to be authentic, like I said. Be proud of, be proud of who you are. I'm very proud of my Turkish American, Turkish inheritance. I always, at every opportunity, use that. So please be authentic and be yourself. You don't have to change. You don't have to pretend to be something. We are not trying to be influencers here to sell, lipstick or this or that. Just be yourself. To show them
You're
that.
right, Amal. I've had actually a conversation about that, where a lot of people are like, you know what, part of the reason why we don't want to put ourselves out there is because, we can't handle the criticism. Because once you're out there, once you put yourself out there on a digital media kind of platform, whatever that platform is, whatever comment, whatever post, whatever picture you put in, whatever video, you're going to get comments, right? You like you said, engagement is key. That's part of what makes your, digital platform work as a tool to market yourself. So a lot of people are like, oh, I can't handle criticism, So don't seek perfection, because no matter what you do, no matter how perfect your message, your post, your video, there's always going to be someone, right, that's going to come out there and say, I disagree, and take it with a grain of salt and address it and maybe use it as a constructive criticism, right?
Hey, haters are gonna hate. Who cares about that? And don't forget, guys, in real estate, I am not looking for 300 people who are interested in my message. Imagine, I don't know how the commission, how the money-making mechanism works in Dubai, but I make a sale or two every month. I am making a good living for my family and for my kids. Every month, I am looking one or two families that will be interested, and they have dreams to purchase in Dubai. They have dreams in buying in Miami to take their kids to school. One or two family. Don't forget that. I mean, who cares if you have only 200 followers? All you need is one or two a month. I don't know what is the average commission, how much money you make, but let's calculate. For example, in the area that I work, Boca Raton, Florida, the average price of a home is $300,000. So if I make a $300,000 sale, the commission is 3%, so it's like $9,000 a month. Let's say that you work with your broker, blah, blah, you make 5,000 US dollars a month from one sale. If you make two sales a month, of course, I'm talking about my numbers. Please forgive me. I don't know the numbers in your area, but I don't need 100 people loving me or interacting with me every month, because if that's the case, I cannot handle that anyway. I cannot be authentic. I cannot be interacting with 100 people at a time. Of course, there will be hundreds of people liking, saying hello, but there will be one or two clients who are interested in purchasing. And that's enough. So that's enough. You don't need 500 people. And if there will be a couple of critics, let them be. You only need one or two people. So what are we doing? After we share our story, I talk about the living in Florida. I put my bicycle rides with my kids. So I am telling them who I am. And then I am interested in their story. Because like I do have a story. I have two brilliant kids and I love people when they show interest to my kids. Everybody has a story. Everybody wants to be recognized. Even if these guys are big, huge doctors, I also have a couple of basketball players. Everybody wants to be acknowledged and recognized. So if I spend, again, like I said, an hour posting, making a video, and preparing the hashtags and everything, I definitely spend 1 more hour on looking at other people's, especially my target market, not my other real estate agent friends, and congratulating them on their sales, this and that. That's your part-time social media socializing thing. But I'm talking about the doctors that I don't know, the basketball players that I don't know. I know it sounds like a spying, but it is not. They are putting it out there so
Yeah,
that people
that's true.
could see it, They want to be recognized. It's okay to see, I have a lot of estheticians in my audience that I created deliberately. And they put a lot of pictures of nose jobs and this and that. And I write, oh my God, it's an incredible nose job or this and that. And they like it. Believe it or not, this guys answer back, and or they put their kids' birthday pictures, or they go horseback riding. So I say, I recognize their story and I write something about them. I trust me, guys, this is the secret. No matter how great you do the presentation, no matter how big an audience you have and you're authentic, you have a message, you do these great things, but if you are not interested in the other people, for a while they will watch you with awe. But then it has to be an interaction for them to say, hey, hold my hand and walk me through this journey to invest in Dubai. They have to know that you care about them too. And unfortunately, these days, the way that we show each other we care about each other, it's not like the old days, that physical hugs and talks and phone
That's
calls.
not allowed anymore.
It's not like that anymore. It's the
Not
social
allowed.
media.
Yes, also the, and ML, honestly, it's again, it's funny because we have, in a way, different target audience, different target market, but I am confirming pretty much everything that you're saying through my journey. You would be surprised when I put myself out there and I started, posting on LinkedIn, whether through DREI talk session or whether through, my videos or just posts here and there, some that I've shared. People that were sending me private messages, a lot of the questions or the way they were reaching out, they weren't necessarily asking me questions that were impossible, or they may not necessarily not know the answers to. I just felt that during that time when we were all under lockdown, they wanted that person that they can talk to, that can assure them that they're doing the right thing. A lot of time in their questions, they had the answers. They'll be like, Hiba, we were faced with the situation. We told our client that this is what we need to do. They were right. They weren't seeking knowledge, but I just felt they wanted that confirmation through my experience to say, you know what, ML, you gave the right explanation, or I'm here to support you, or feel free to give your client my name and number if they want to have someone else confirm what they're, so it wasn't anything, kind of magical that I was adding to them, but I just felt that they needed that person. And you are just that connection. Absolutely.
Yes, because we are all human and we all want the same thing. So
And we all have a story.
yes. And this is just a summary of what Hiba and I were saying, that I believe that your measure of success is not with how many likes and comments you receive. It's how many likes and comments you give others in a day. Trust me, this is going to make you successful and different from the others. And this will make you make money out of social media, your interaction with others more than what they are doing for you. What is the step for? Okay, what did we do so far? We enhanced our audience, and if it's necessary, we created a brand new account and brand new audience that are the people who are willing and able to invest in Dubai, or the people are willing and able to refer your business in Dubai. We put out there a new audience. We created a new audience with the help of Google search, who are buying in Dubai. This country, okay, what social media is effective in this country? Okay, we got that. And we became a iDream, and then we started to coming to international realtor events, and we have a great audience. And then we put ourselves as who we are authentically, very proud of who we are, very proud of our country. Be authentic. Be authentic doesn't mean that don't be prepared. And it doesn't mean that, like, I woke up really early this morning. This is not my authentic self, of course. When I wake up, I didn't have a makeup and my hair was crazy. I had my pajamas just because I want to be authentic. I didn't come in front of you with my pajamas and my crazy hair. Of course, we are going to do presentation. Of course, we will be presentable to show people our respect. But being authentic doesn't mean being careless. Being authentic means, you know what it means, just be yourself, but of course show respect your audience by being prepared. So let's not confuse not being prepared with being authentic. So we are ourselves. We start putting out posts in different medias, whatever we chose, with different platforms. We started liking people, interacting and talking with them. So that's great. But when it comes to content, like, what do we do? How do we put all that together? So let's go back into a little bit into the actual needy and greedy. Most of the time, what I do, again, guys, I'm not an expert. I just recently finished a digital marketing course from eCornell, but that doesn't make me an expert in social media. All I want to share is what worked with me. So what I do is a 1-minute video, because in Instagram, as you know, there's a 1 minute and also there's a longer version. But with my experience, what I realize is the 1-minute videos are liked and watched more. I do a 1-minute video and I also do a longer version of it. Let me give you an example. I am making a video now, why to invest in the United States. And my 1-minute video tells them about, this is what I tell them. You know, one of the reasons that people invest in the United States is getting education for their kids. There are excellent education opportunities in the United States. There is investment opportunities for people who are looking for stable rental income. There is investment opportunities for people looking for future speculative value increase. And people are just coming to be themselves, to enjoy themselves, blah, blah. This is my 1 minute. In my longer version video, I go ahead and say, you know, these are the educational opportunities. Are you talking, Eva?
No, I'm listening.
Okay, in my longer video, which is around 5 minutes, I go into a little bit more details. Number one, education. We have these colleges and universities in Florida. Number two, speculative value increase. Okay, there's a new tower building in Miami and it will be the greatest, blah, blah. So it will increase the value of the homes in Miami. Third, stable income. Okay, if you buy this property, for example, in West Palm Beach, you are going to make this much rent. So in my 1 minute video, I give a little teaser, the trailer, and I say in my message in Instagram, if you like more information, please check out the video in my YouTube channel. I just started my YouTube channel, guys, so I'm new again, like I said, but I started with like 3 or 4 followers, which is my son, my daughter, and now, and because I put on the Instagram, I just put 2 videos on Instagram saying that if you want to follow the rest of the videos, now I have 112 subscribers. I know it's funny and little compared to 1 million followers, but I don't care. My measurement is not with an influencer or this or that. Remember, guys, we are not selling a lipstick for $20. We are selling something that is $300, $400, $100,000. So don't get hooked up with the subscriber numbers or the likes or this. Just try to find that one family that wants to learn more about education. Because this is what I realized. If I put the long videos on Instagram, I may alienate some people that are on the edge of being interested, but they don't want to hear all about this thing in Instagram. What I'm saying that, look guys, I have this information here, just a little bit of it. If you want more, please click on my YouTube. And then I am using Instagram and YouTube together. So what I did when I prepared this last week, the presentation, uh, I was using the Instagram TV, which I still do, but I'm experimenting. This is another thing. You experiment, you test it, you do things, and if it is not working, you change it. Now I started experimenting with YouTube, but if you don't have a YouTube channel, or if you are not willing to spread yourself too thin, what you do, you put the 1 second version and the 1 minute message and say, hey, if you want to listen to details, keep listening, and it becomes an Instagram TV. They can watch that video on Instagram. They do not have to go to YouTube. They can just stay there and watch it.
Amel, does
So
that have to be a certain like number of minutes, the Instagram video? Is it limited
no,
to
no,
okay.
but with my experience, and again, I think it's a research, I think the people only watch like the first 3-4 minutes. So it's better for us to be, we have so much to say, don't we, about our cities, about our schools. I mean, I can talk hours and hours about how great Dubai is, although I've been there only one time. But the span attention, let's be realistic. People don't have the span of attention that in the old days. So let's not scare them with too much information. Let's try to keep it to 3 to 5 minutes. And if they want more, let them call to action.
What you
Always
come
call
to
to action.
you. Yeah.
Come to you. Always tell them, hey, I would love to give you more information. Direct message me or send me an email. So it's just enough. I think 3 to 5 minutes are just enough, but there are some things that unfortunately you can't make less than 10 minutes. So do it less than 10 minutes. What I did, okay, copy this. You are more than welcome to do this. I just starting something. Let's experiment together as a family. I started something called 5N 1K of investing in Florida, which is 5W and I'm sorry, 6 Ws. I don't know how it is in Arabic, but this is how it is. Why invest in Miami? How invest in Miami? Where invest in Miami? How much invest in Miami? And with who? So I made a 1 minute video saying that, guys, I will talk to you about how, where, when, how much, with who video. This was my 1 minute video. And then now I am making 5 minute videos, which each subject, where, I'm talking about Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Dubai, different areas. Why? I'm talking about the possibility of price increases, stable income, and then how much. I'm talking about the price range of the things and how. I'm talking about them, the procedures, because Turkish people don't know how to buy properties in Miami. Or Americans, they don't know how to buy properties in
Correct.
Dubai. We have to show them how. And then I leave the who to the end, and I say, you should work with me because this and this and this. So let's do it together. I am at the
That's a very smart, innovative approach to listing. We're just used to the good old ways of, putting a picture of the house and the details about it. And that's how people do listings, or an ad in the paper. What you're doing is the listing of potentially not just one property that you have, many, right? Because, again, you're telling them the locations, probably these are locations that you specialize in, right? So
yes.
you have listings there. At the same time, at the end of it, after giving them an idea about budgets and numbers, you're saying, come to me, I'm your right person, and I'll walk you through process the right home for you. And so that's a very, very good way of an innovative way of marketing yourself.
Because you know what, people are sick and tired of being sold. We are being sold every single day. Everybody's trying to sell us something every single minute.
And you know what, Amal, that reminds me of something also that I read the other day about don't make a mistake of having your social media platform becoming a listing portal. That
Absolutely.
how many, this is, I think, just goes in hand in hand with what we're saying is, and it is unfortunate. And again, not to judge or to be someone highlighting one person or the other, but lately I have been seeing that trend where people are just putting listings. And again, that's not a way to attract your client. Your client wants to know you. You want him to trust you. You want to give him knowledge so that when he's ready to invest, that's when you could potentially give him all the other options.
Absolutely, guys. Like, don't sell them a specific, like you just said, exactly. Sell them the trust that you will be the trusted consultant, no matter what they decide to do. Give them information. Don't sell them Dubai. Give them information. Information is free. You don't have to spend money to share your information with them. But once you share information, then they will be like, okay, we are inclined to be attached to our teachers, aren't we? Like,
Yeah.
when sometimes I give classes in Florida Association of Realtors, and after class people come to me and say, hey, if you're a broker, I want to work with you. uh, I'm sorry to share this with you. I don't know if I have, how can I translate to English, but Hazreti Muhammad said, if you teach me one word, I will be your slave. I don't know how to say this in Arabic, but I'm sure you know that. There
Yeah.
is an expression in our religion saying that
Yeah.
if you teach me one word, I will be your slave. So when you teach people things, they
Knowledge is
become,
power. Knowledge is power, and it's like
knowledge
absolutely.
is power. Use that power to get people to attach to you. The rest will follow. So please don't sell people things. Just teach them a little bit. Just teach them enough that they will not be able to do it without you, but at the same
Be
time,
smart about it. Be
I know,
smart.
be smart about it.
Yeah.
So, okay, we did a 1-minute video, and then we did a longer version, either put it on the YouTube or use it in Instagram TV. And then don't forget to ask for an email and a phone number, because at that time they may be interested in buying in Dubai, or because they are at home stuck, they act like they are interested, but in fact they are not in a position to buy right now. But get their email and phone number, and please put it on your database. I don't know if you are using any specific CRM, but if you are not using any, I don't know the names of the CRMs you use in Dubai, but maybe Salesforce or Zoho. But if you don't use any of those fancy schmancy CRMs, just put it on an Excel spreadsheet. Because after COVID-19, maybe they will not look at their Instagram so much, but as long as you have their phone number and email address, once a month, you can send them a newsletter from Dubai, what's happening, the new projects, what's going on, and or general real estate information to keep in touch. Because with social media, we'll get them interested at that moment when they are looking at our screen. And if we can create a business out of it, that's great. But if we can't create, we don't want to lose those people and let them slide through the crack of the social media, because it's so difficult to go back all the way to your messages and try to find somebody that you spoke to 3 months ago. But when you speak and you ask for their email address to send them more information, because they ask more information from you, and then you take that email address, put it on your database, so next time you want to send something to them, you don't have to go back and scroll all the way to your messages. So it's important to create this database of the people from the social media to complete the circle, because otherwise the circle is not complete. Otherwise it's a one-time shot. If you can get them when they are interested, you get them. Otherwise you lose them. But let's keep them in our CRMs and the customer relations management softwares or the Excel spreadsheet. So after that, consistency is very important. And again, one of the most difficult things sometimes you don't want to do a video. Sometimes you just want to, I unfortunately, I can't enjoy anything anymore without thinking about going out doing a video. Like, I went to the beach yesterday for the first time. The beaches are open now. They were closed for 2 months. I went to the beach with my daughter and my family, and all I can think was, oh my God, if I make a video of this beach, it's gonna be so nice. You know, after a while, if you get the bug, the social media bug, it just kills you. But I did a 5 minutes video, 5 seconds video, just put it on my story. You know, the beaches are beautiful today in Florida. So be consistent. You have to post at least like one video a week, and then every day you have to check your story and the people's comments and what other people do. I do believe if you spend 1 hour every day and maybe 3 hours once a week to do your video and, you know, to give your message, you will make an incredible difference in your business. Like last month, just from my Instagram messages, I promise you guys, I didn't know them. I had 3 deals. One is a doctor, husband and wife. They are buying $124,000 little small property in West Fargo, in West Palm Beach. I did not know them before. I still haven't seen them. They found me on the Instagram. They said, hi, Miss Amel, we really like your videos, and we have this dream of buying a home one day in Miami. It wasn't like, we want to buy a home, Miami, can you help us? They said they have a dream one of these days to buy a home. So, but you get them, you hold their hand and say, you know what, it's not that difficult. Let me help
And
you.
that's a testimony to how social media does work. You know, this is
Absolutely, absolutely. I have a deal right now. It will be closed on the June 8th. It's $340,000. Again, this guy called me from California. Is very, very pissed off and annoyed, and he says, I don't know you, but my mom saw you on Instagram and she told me to call you. Probably he was thinking of working with someone else or something, but his mom from Turkey told him that he should call Miss Emel in Florida. So it did work for me, the social media, for last couple of months. So it will work for you too. I know that. That's why I'm so enthusiastic. Like, so what do I do? What do I do? Like I said, guys, I'm 55 years old, you know, mother of two. I am not a social media expert by no means, but I am taking courses. I am learning. I signed up. I don't know if Udemy is accessible, but I am sure a lot of online earning platforms. Um, and I'm choosing like advanced Instagram marketing courses. I'm taking courses. These are like $10, $9, how to make videos. You know, I'm educating myself. I'm taking courses. Like Hiba said, we'll be happy to put another course with you about how to become members to these networks. At every opportunity, learn, take courses and educate yourself. So I think there is no better time than now, because everything is slowed down, to sharpen our skills. And I'm always here. If you have any questions, you know, if you want to share your success, I would love to see it. I would love to see. If you want me to be, how do you say, follow you, please send. My Instagram is Emel Onur Broker. Follow me, so I will follow you. I will make your recommendations.
I'm
But
following you and I love what you post. So
thank you so much. Thank you. I post from the beach yesterday.
I
So
saw, and a lot of times, because again, Amel is targeting the Turkish community. She posts in Turkish. So a lot of times I find myself sending her a message and say, translate, you know, I want to understand what you're saying in this specific message. But, you know, then that goes back to your target market. So, you know, if you're an Indian living in Dubai, trying to promote Dubai, you know, do the same, what you did, but, you know, again, maybe in a language that is basically in your home country language, and vice versa. And I think this really, at the end, this is the way forward, Amal. I mean, honestly, you know, again, I want to see if any participant have a question, because we are running out of time. But I think what the point, and I'm so glad that you went through your, not only giving us a presentation, but you gave us your own tips and what worked and what didn't work for you, about the importance of now, because of COVID-19. I think COVID-19, we've been talking about innovation, innovate, innovate. It was like a buzzword for a long time. COVID-19 forced us, in a way, you know, forced us to innovate at a time when you could make no mistake, right? Because everybody was understanding to whatever method of communication you decide or whatever tool you decide to use. And I think moving forward, and again, uh, I want to say, maybe reiterating what everybody is saying, that the world is never going to be the same post COVID-19 as it used to be prior to this pandemic. That is very important for us to find a embrace technology, right? Whether it's good and bad, you know, the fact that we couldn't connect about a couple weeks ago, that was a bad thing. But look at us today. We managed to connect, we made it together, and we were able to hopefully add value to our participants today. So it is important to use these tools and try to figure out something that is, you know, take tips and I guess points from what you said today to decide what works best for you, especially if you take real estate as your career, not just something that you're doing in the meantime, and whatever comes your way comes your way.
Exactly. And that sometimes pisses me off, if I may say that. Like, we don't spend enough time doing our business, and then we complain that we don't make money. Like,
Yeah.
my husband, he works 8 hours a day to make the money that he's making. I mean, are we spending 8 hours really, honestly, on our business? Okay, now that we cannot go out and we cannot sell real estate, but we can spend this time promoting ourselves, promoting our country, promoting our city, and work. I'm asking you to work 1 hour a day and take it as work, not socializing social media, but work. One more thing that I wanted to add, Hiba, when I first started, I only used my iPhone, nothing else. You don't need a fancy camera or technology or anything like that. And then after a while, I got myself a GoPro, one of those little ones that you can ride a bicycle and take videos, and it doesn't cost you a lot. Like, you have the phone already. If you buy, you know, a little one of those action cameras, now it's like $30-40 in Amazon. And then now recently I bought a drone, which it took it to the next level. But for months and months, all I use, it's sometimes we find excuses. I don't have a camera, I don't have this. Come on, guys, you have a camera right in front of your hands, so you don't need any technical equipment. Don't postpone it because you don't have a, you know, $1,000
As an
camera.
excuse. Exactly. I have one question for you, Emel, and this is, you know, again, because I've had a lot of pros and cons. Lots of people have different platforms, right? So they are on LinkedIn, they're on Instagram, they're on Snapchat, they're on Facebook. How do you feel about using the same message, whatever that is, if it's a listing or if it's a knowledge-based type of message, on all of your platforms? I mean, because there's pros and cons. There's people that say that's an overkill, and there's people that says, no, this is a good thing. What's your take on it?
I believe in leverage. I always believe in leverage. And when I do a video or something, I share it in all of the platforms. But there is there's a school of thought saying that if the content is not unique in each social media, it doesn't help in the search engine optimization, or, you know, it doesn't help you to go out to post it 5 times. But again, what I was always thinking to myself, all I need is 1 or 2 clients. And LinkedIn is an incredible platform for executives. I don't think that if I am missing one person from Instagram, I don't think there's nothing wrong with posting it LinkedIn as well. And because all those things are so easy now, with a press of a button, you can share. Here is my dilemma with that, Hiba. You mentioned something very important. I deliberately chose to use Turkish in my Instagram because that was my target market, right? So I talk Turkish in Instagram. So when I post it in Facebook, most of the time, not most of the time, my American friends don't understand. So I wrote there, I say, guys, I know this is in Turkish, but this is what I told in the video. So that's my challenge. Like, the language that I use in one platform is different than the others, but I still, yes, I do post it in LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, why not? You know, maybe I'm missing somebody from there and I'll get it from here. So
Well,
yes,
I think it also depends on which target market are you trying to, attract,
of
or
course.
you're targeting through each and every platform. I
Yeah.
think sometimes if it's the same people that you have on all platforms, I believe personally that is an overkill, because it for me personally it's more of a turnoff. Like, okay, come on, I just saw this and it's the same. But I think if you have different target markets, different I guess
Totally.
followers on different platforms, you can of course repeat the language, maybe like you said, in a different language, or maybe put a spin on it to make it a little bit different, just to show an effort, just to also show taking this seriously, especially because you own it. This is your page, this is your platform, this is your name, this is promoting pretty much your services as a real estate agent. One other question that I've seen now from the audience, so I'll keep my other question to the end. Have you found, and that's from Stacy, hi Stacy, have you found that there are best times of the day or the week as to when you post on these platforms? Anytime differences between platforms? That's a very good question from Stacy. What do
Absolutely.
you think, Emma?
Yes. Hi, Stacy. Thank you for the question. Yes, there is. Again, there is a 7-hour difference between where I live and where I advertise. So what I try to do it, I know there's automatic posting and this and that. I am not into that level yet. What I do is right before I go to sleep here around 12 midnight or 1 a.m., I post my videos and and then I go to sleep. I love waking up in the morning and then see all the likes and comments. So in Turkey, again, as Hiba says, that it's important who is your clients and who is your target market. My target market is Turkish doctors and executives. So they look in their Instagram early in the morning, and they look at the lunchtime, and they look at after work. So if I post something before I go to bed here in the United States, so it works out perfect because in the
Morning.
morning they find it, yes. And also in the Instagram, in the settings, we can do another session one day just to go into these nitty gritty details. It shows you,
I'd love to.
it tells you when the people looked at it. So you can play and switch. That's the exciting part about this, Stacey. This is your business and you are in charge of it, and you can play with it. You can create your own platform. You can post at certain times and see the statistics in your Instagram account, and it will tell you what time of the day they open the most. And so the next time you post in those times. And just going back to the previous discussion, because this is related to this, like if you have a certain audience in LinkedIn, only professionals, in Instagram, doctors in Miami, this and that. So you may have to arrange your posting times according to the time zones. That's the curse and the privilege of living in a city, the gorgeous Dubai, that all around the world people are interested. You will have different time zones to post, but the Instagram will tell you which one is working and not.
And it's funny how, just to reflect a little bit, Stacy, about COVID-19, we found that people, everybody was working from home, but because they were working from home, there was no such a thing as 9 to 5. There were people working at 10, there were people working at 11 p.m. So even in terms of interacting, like I was honestly shocked that I've had people sending me, messages on LinkedIn, asking me questions at 1, 2 in the morning. And I'm thinking, why do they think I'm up? But the funny thing is, I was up, again, because, and especially during Ramadan. So I don't think there's like one formula that would apply. It depends on, again, during this time, for example, I think connectivity, everybody's dependent on their social media to be, whether reading the news or getting updates on how many cases do we have today, or what's the new regulations from Dubai government. Can we put a mask? Do we not have to put a mask? So everybody now is kind of holding on to that channels. And I think this is the best time for us to try to use it in a right way to improve our business. Any other questions from the audience? if I don't see anything, I think as much as I would love to continue, but we are over, and I really want to thank you, Amal. We took more time from your side than we needed to. I hope we can do another session, again, talking a little bit more about the international realtor membership through Dubai Real Estate Institute, because again, I think that opens up the network and opportunity for all our members to expand their network and hopefully tip into the market using the tools that you gave us today through the digital social media.
I would love to, and inshallah, I'll come in person and meet everybody in Dubai. But until then,
the plan, right? We can do a little bit of a spoiler. The plan was for you to join us towards the end of March at the
oh
Internet
yeah,
Property Show, but unfortunately that got canceled. But absolutely, we'll make sure that everybody who attended today's session and our database are aware of when you do come visit. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody who attended. And if you guys have any questions, as you know, you can always reach out either directly to me or Dubai Real Estate Institute or directly to Amal. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.